Hi everyone. Let me I'm gonna wait a second for some people to hop on before I get started. So once you're here, if you'll just leave a comment so that I know you're here so I'm not talking to myself, that would be amazing. And then we'll get started in just a minute. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. It is Wednesday the 13th today. I hope you get to get outside and enjoy this sunshine while we have it. If you missed last week, it is still up on our Facebook page. You can go back and watch it if you want. We made, we marbled paper. So that's what we did last week. If you have done it, if you tried it, please leave a comment with a picture of what you made or send it to us through Facebook or email it to us. We would love to see what you guys have done. All right, so we are going to get started. If you haven't been here before, obviously, hi, I'm Miss Alisha. I know this isn't like the best video quality. We're kind of working with what we've got right now. So I hope that you're able to see everything I'm doing and that our internet connection is okay. But today we are going to be doing a couple of fun little science experiments that you can do at home. Hopefully, I tried to pick things that most people would have the stuff for on hand. But if you don't, you could always wait and do this later. And there were one I had to substitute for something else because I didn't even have it. And the store where I would normally get it isn't open right now. But we are going to be making lemon volcanoes, and then we're also going to be making elephant toothpaste. So again, we might get a little bit messy this week. So if you have an apron, you might want to put it on. I put on my bears again. If you don't have an apron, you could put on an old t-shirt or someone else's old t-shirt, or just something to cover your clothes would be, because we are going to be using food coloring again this week. And food coloring does stain. I actually have a stain from last week on here. So you just want to make sure you protect your clothes. And then the other thing we're going to wear this week, if you have them, is our safety glasses. I'm gonna do that for right now so I can see you still. But you're gonna want some sort of eye protection if you have it. The likelihood that anything is gonna get anywhere near your face is very slim, but we always want to be careful, right? And if you don't have safety glasses, your adult might have some, or you can wear sunglasses or just something to protect your eyes. Okay, so we are going to start with the lemon volcanoes. What you need is a lemon. This is my lemon. I already cut it so that I would take up less time, but it is a lemon. So you need a lemon. You need some baking soda. We're going to use baking soda and food coloring if you have it. Keep showing you the back of everything. I'm sorry. Food coloring if you have it. I'm going to do green today. Some food coloring. And then for this first one, the other thing you can use if you want, if you have some dish soap, you can use it. If you don't have dish soap, you don't need it. It just kind of helps things bubble up a little bit more so it just looks cool. Same thing with the food coloring. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's not necessary for the experiment. Okay, so I'm going to tip you guys down now, so you probably won't see me for a minute, but you're going to see my tray, okay? All right, so hopefully you all can see that. So first we are going to get our lemon ready. I already did this ahead of time. You're probably going to want an adult's help because you're going to need to use a knife. So ask an adult before you do this, ask for help. But you're going to just cut the bottom of the lemon off so that it sits straight and it's not wobbling all over. So you don't want to cut very far because you don't want to cut into the lemon. I probably cut a little too much off. but you just want it to be able to sit. And then I took my knife and kind of just cut a hole in the top of the lemon. You don't have to cut the whole top off. You want to just cut a hole in the top, and that's going to be your volcano. So that's what the lemon should look like. Flat bottom, hole in the top. All right. And then if you have like a popsicle stick, or you can even use a spoon. I did not have a popsicle stick, so I am just using a skewer. But you want to just kind of like break up the inside of the lemon a little bit, so that you start releasing those juices, because the lemon juice is what we're going to need for this reaction to work. So you just kind of want to break it up in there, scrape around the sides. As a bonus, your kitchen's probably going to smell good again this week. All right. I've got some good juice going in there. And I'm actually going to put a plate under this, just because we have to use this tray for later too. Okay. Now, if you want, you can put a couple of drops of food coloring in. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just mix that up a little bit more. This is where we start to get messy. Okay. Good. And then you can also put a little bit of dish soap in as well if you want, just for some extra bubbles. A little bit in there. Okay. Now, if this works right, we're going to get a reaction between the citrus acid in the lemon and our baking soda. So the citrus acid is obviously an acid, and the baking soda is a base. When we mix them together, we should get a reaction. I'm just doing about a teaspoon of baking soda. All right, let's see what happens. So it's starting to bubble. I don't know if you can see that, but I think if I mix it up a little bit, there we go. Once you start to mix it up a little bit, you get the reaction. That is just carbon dioxide. It's the same, sort of the same thing as if you mix baking soda and vinegar, which if you haven't done that, that's another fun experiment. You can also, once it starts to stop fizzing, if you have extra lemon juice or another lemon, you can put more on. And watch it react a little bit more. But that is a lemon volcano. How fun is that? And it's just a really cool way to see a very simple and safe chemical reaction. All right, I'm going to lift you back up for a second. Okay, so that was our lemon volcano. Again, all you need is a lemon, an adult's help, baking soda, Dawn dish soap, and maybe a little bit of food coloring. All right, so I'm going to move our lemon out of the way, and we are going to move on to our elephant toothpaste. And again, if you do this at home, please, please, please send us photos, send us a video. We'd love to see what you're doing. Also, if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll try to answer them. If you have a question and you're not watching this live, please still leave a comment and I will try to answer it then as well. I'll also put the directions for everything down in the comments of this video once it's over. Okay, so now we're going to do our elephant toothpaste. This is very fun. For this one, you're going to need some sort of plastic bottle. This is just a Dr. Pepper bottle. You want it to be empty and you want it to be clean. You are going to need some hydrogen peroxide. This is why we're wearing our, they're stuck in my hair. This is why we're wearing our safety glasses. Peroxide It's not super dangerous, but you do not want to get it anywhere on your face or your hands or your skin. Also, I know this is called elephant toothpaste, but we will not be putting this anywhere near our faces or our mouths, okay? It's called elephant toothpaste because it makes a really cool reaction that looks like a big jar of toothpaste, like toothpaste an elephant would use. But it's not really toothpaste, so we're not going to put it anywhere near our faces, all right? So you need peroxide. Normally, you would want stuff that's a little bit stronger than what you can get at the grocery store or at the pharmacy. This is 3%. Normally, you'd want 6%, which I thought we had some left over here. We did not. You can get it at like Sally Beauty or any beauty supply store, but they're not open right now. So I did try it with the 3% earlier today, and it does still work. It's still very cool. It just won't foam as big as it would with the 6%, but it still works. So that's what we're using today. Just work with what you got. We're using our Dawn dish soap again. I've used a lot of it. That'll help it bubble a little bit more. And then we need some yeast. You can use the packets or you can use, I just have a jar of it. Either one will work. And then we need food coloring again if you want. And then if you have a funnel, it will be helpful. If you don't have a funnel, it's okay. Just pour carefully. Get an adult's help. You can also take a plastic cup or a paper cup, cut the bottom off of it, and roll it into a cone, and you can use that as a funnel too. But a funnel, and I think that's it. Yeah, so we are going to start. I'm going to move you back down again. First, we're going to put on our safety goggles, right? And I'm going to move you back down. Okay, we're working with what we've got right here. I want you to be able to see the bottle. Okay, so we are going to take our bottle. We are going to take half a cup. We are going to pour half a cup of peroxide into our bottle. So this is one place where funnel is useful. Right, so I have my funnel in my bottle. Pour the peroxide in. Okay. So now I've got peroxide in the bottle. Now you're going to take your dish soap. Do just a little squeeze of that in there as well. You don't need a whole lot, like maybe a teaspoon. We're going to switch that around a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit of food coloring too, just because why not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops of food coloring. All right, so now we've got that. Okay, now we're going to take our yeast. If you have a jar of it, you're going to want about a tablespoon. All right, so I'm measuring out a tablespoon of yeast. And if you're ever following a recipe, big T means tablespoon, little t means teaspoon. So we need a tablespoon of yeast. And then we're going to get about 3 tablespoons of warm water and mix it in with the yeast. So I'm going to get the water real quick. We've got 1, 2, 3. All right, now you're gonna mix that yeast up for a minute. Try and get it to dissolve in the water. It'll take about 30 seconds, hopefully. All right, and then when that's mostly dissolved, it's a little, there's a little bit of clumps, but I might have used too warm water. Okay, now we're gonna take our funnel. We are going to put it on top of our bottle. I'm gonna move you up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna put it on top of our bottle, and then we are going to pour the yeast mixture into the bottle through the funnel. And then we're gonna watch the reaction. I hope you guys can see that. So this is why we call it elephant toothpaste, because it looks like a giant bottle of toothpaste, right? And if you touch the bottle, not on this side, but on the side that doesn't have anything coming out of it, if you touch it, it should feel warm because it's an exothermic reaction, which means it's releasing energy through heat. And this is, so hydrogen peroxide is 2 hydrogens, 2 oxygen. And it's in a bottle like this. I don't know if you can see, it's dark, right? It's not light, because that compound breaks down over time. And this helps, this dark bottle where sunlight can't get in, helps that breakdown occur slower. But if you add yeast, which has an enzyme in it that helps that breakdown occur faster, if you add that to the hydrogen peroxide, you speed up that process, and then you get this, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, so that was our elephant toothpaste and our lemon volcanoes. Again, I will put the directions for all of this in the comments of the post. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. If you do this project or the one we did last week, please send us a photo or a video. We'd love to see what you're up to. And next week, hopefully I'll be able to get my son to help me. It's been kind of hard to fit both of us in this frame. But we are going to be making bread in a bag, which I am very excited about. So it's a fun experiment that you can eat. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you have fun with these little experiments. And I will see you back here next week, Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Bye.